hello, Twilight answered automatically, her mind still questing for answers. Between the swing set, the slide, the coloring books, and the dozen or so rounds of increasingly dangerous tag, the filly's ability to tell deep within the hive mind, she stood amongst the masses of pulsating orbs that I'm gonna be there. It was just a dream, right? Just a dream. There is... shit. Rainbow Dash, y'all better get ready for... AJ, are you okay? Nah. I'm gonna go join Mom, pal. No. If you want to marry me, you gotta go back in time and sexually assault me. That is so good. Pull it together, Toad Shift. Pull it together. God damn. Their energy filled the space, and Twilight had taken She commanded it to rise gradually, manipulating the orbit so that the sun wouldn't... She physically felt like she'd been run over... Twilight nodded absently and set about making their drinks, letting her mind grow quiet through the busy work. She floated everything over to the table and sat down with their sack of shit. Twilight rubbed her neck with Rainbow slipped under the blanket and poked Twilight in the shoulder. I could fuck up my lines and have to redo the whole sentence over again. Yes, you could. And so I did. Yes, you did. Shall we do it over? Yes, we shall. All right. So, leaving the element bearers and Spike behind, what she was doing required the utmost focus, and would normally be impossible without her art. Sure enough, in his hooves was a vibrant blue coat with a With a quick smile and nod, Eventide picked up his pace to the front door. He stopped briefly by the mail door. Yeah? Are we reading a new one today? He asked as they began to make their way over to the But I require your utmost dedication to the darkness from this point forth. The forces with shit. So if I have trouble with one stage in particular, we can stop and work on... Indeed. The young dragon strolled out with a stray of remnant... Maybe had never been left completely on his own before. Eventide couldn't help but... Never mind. His expression darkened when he considered the former two of the free friends. Yes, that's words. Our power places us over the common masses, and the need to No spell works that way. Everything I've others... Is that so? You reached the transition between the two states. Shit. Twilight wasn't one to give up on a spell after one bad screw-up. Not if the Scheisse. But the black forms now raining death on the canner. Fall back into the entrance hall! Shining Armor commanded. He and the remaining cocks quickly finding their target. What is that target? Well, that is a topic for NSFW chat. I see we get the train over there and see if there's a thing we need to shoot at. And then Rainbow fell to the floor, dying on her own spit. And that was the end of Rainbow Dash. Rooms have been prepared for you all. The guards outside who brought you to me will make you... Only this strike hit Twilight with full force and sent her barreling down one of the adjacent corridors. Shit. Luna only gave her changed... More screams erupted as the civilians tried to flee down the panic. Shit. The Valiants saw the fighting and locked in place, breaths ragged as fear pulled. God damn it, why am I having such a hard time today? After a few minutes, he extracted himself from Eventide's embrace and hopped down from his lap. Shit. Wait, Spike suddenly said in realization, looking up from beneath Twilight's wing with a wooden First blooper of July.
And I could think of worse locations to chase the ruffian through,
Rarity said gleefully.
I have long meaning. Line of thought kind of got away from you there for a second, didn't it, Rarity?
Rambodash asked.
A little bit, yes.
And then she threw her forelegs around her in a crushing hug, one which Twilight returned in earnest.
I'm already planning the engagement party,
Pinky announced cheerfully.
Pinkie Pie!
Twilight shouted, eye twitching as she looked towards Spike expectantly. And I want to stop for just a second to point out that I swallowed my uvula while saying that. That's hilarious. It looked like they were just finishing. Why did that turn into a shitty opera?
Aside from that, we're going to give them the Apache Peyo. We're going to give them the Apache Open Office. The fuck is that? Of course,
Fluttershy assured, punctuating her sentence by reaching out with a finger. Fuck. After maybe 10 minutes of silence, the Normnob
Huh. All right. I burped, and it was cute. Hey there, little guy.
She greeted while opening the door as the dark magic washed over the space and rid the We're gonna miss you here, buddy. Pop in and say hi. Eventide blinked a few times and tilted his head in confusion. I guess I could come in and say gibberish sometimes. I was thinking you'd want me to say hi. I was, Clean Sweep clarified, but I had a stroke mid-sentence, so, there you go. Austere face palmed.
Tone shift, why do you keep doing this, Blooper?
I just rolled my eyes and went, because it's funny! And the guard helped up get her to... He could hear Eventide and the other person moving around upstairs, talking loudly to each other while they moved the furniture. The activity filling the air with a clap. Well, Your Highness, the guard said, becoming beckoning. That's supposed to be beckoning, Tom. Maybe it was because the changelings had subdued the city in mere moments. But she wasn't sure if the prolonged nature of this crisis was more or less fuck. Midnight turned as the impacts against her sealed shit. There was no doubt in their minds now to who Initiating reboot sequence. Even as she lit her own horn with light, she could barely see her own hoof in front of her face, or the crystal road beneath her hooves, and someone just messaged me on Steam, the little prick. At least with the application of the magics of multiple alicorns, fuck's sake. And now they were casually sitting in a train, as if Spike was fast asleep and snoring soundly in his basket. Oh God, no, please, don't ever do that again, Throat, I'm begging you.